and welcome to episode 1 of Versus 2. It's the Custard Profit versus Save, and I've been very blessed to be invited to join in. It is, of course, the Custard Profit versus that trucking football manager versus me, and versus the AI for a bit of, well, I guess if any of us get beat by the AI, we're not doing very well. But yeah, so it's very exciting. All three of us are going in. It's one season with FC Twente. If you haven't seen it already, there's a link in the description below to the introduction video. Explains how everything works, and obviously there will be videos dropping today, probably at exactly the same time, from Custard Profit and that tracking football manager, which of course will be their first episodes too. So once you're done with this, go watch those. The links are in the description below. Please do go see them. Obviously, it's interesting to see how we're going to get on. We're only doing the first game of the season, which for me is away to RKC. But before we get into that, let's have a look at the transfers. Because, I mean, the squad itself, we'll do that first. The squad itself, wasn't bad. Wasn't awful, but there were a couple of areas where I felt we were a bit weak. Goalkeepers was one of them. Central defence was another one. And definitely up front was a bit of an issue. So, in terms of what I did as far as transfers are going, because we did, well, number one, we had one sort of actual out-and-out striker. The rest were, wingers. And I say out-and-out striker, he's a big target man. But he was the only one we had. And we don't appear to have too many goal scorers either in terms of who got a lot of goals last season or anything like that. So that's been a slight issue. But I have spent some money, 1.5 million, but I've also done mostly free transfers. Starting with this young man, Gorka Arizos. He is a backup goalkeeper. He's actually the first choice goalkeeper, to be honest with you. The backup goalkeeper wasn't great. We've moved him on, I'm pleased to say. This guy's slightly better than whom was our first choice, so that's good. He is 38. He's a little bit older than the sort of players I would normally sign, to be honest with you. I don't tend to sign players over 30, generally. But because this is a one-season challenge, seemed like a great way to take advantage of my money, really, to try and get better quality players who are maybe in their last season or so. Next after him is a central defender. This one is Romain Bregieri. Or Bregieri. Anyway. Again, a little bit better than what we had. Fairly experienced. He's 32. But as you can see, he's got some decent abilities. He's not the quickest man on the planet. And he's already started to slow down since he got here. But that's fine. He will do a good job, I think. He's done all right in pre-season. 3 starts, 2 sub-appearances, and he's even managed a goal. So, for 6.93 average rating, that's obviously too early to tell. It's funny enough, our one and only striker did already come in this season, which is Emil Berggren. And he's all right. He's had an excellent pre-season. 4 starts, 2 sub-appearances with 2 goals and 3 assists. It bodes well. But historically speaking, he's not a man who scores a massive number of goals. So, needless to say, we are playing a target man system up front because of him being a big old target man. Anyway, moving down the list, Christopher Yanka, another central defender and another slightly older man. Again, brought him in for his experience and ability. And as you can see, he's done all right in pre-season in the games that he's played. So it's just given us that bit of depth, a little bit of security. After that, we've got Dylan Boomhauer, whom I didn't sign. My youth development manager did. And got to be honest with you, he don't look great. So needless to say, I've changed the settings so that my head of youth development can't be signing any more players without me, at least. So we'll see what happens. Then we got to the point where we spent some money, but we'll actually skip that and go straight to Zeddy, who's a left back, again, who's come in as a development player, according to my head of youth development. That's the thing, he looks a little bit better in terms of potential, but you know what? The board were unhappy with it, so no more signings for my head of youth development manager. Anyway, this is the guy we spent money on. He's our second first choice striker, or a second striker who could also be first choice. I think he's probably going to get slightly more games. We'll see. He's 24. He's not old. Surprise, surprise. And he cost us 1.4 million? 1.5 million from Hanover 96. He can score some goals, historically speaking. So we might be in with a chance. But like I say, he's another big, strong target man to play on support up front. And that pretty much covers the players we brought in. In terms of players we got rid of, the only ones I've gotten rid of myself was... there we go. Haris Vukic. Could play as a striker, but he wasn't very good, to be honest with you. He moved on. We got 16.75 grand for him. And Jorn Brondeel to Lokeren, who, of course, was our other backup goalkeeper. Now, the interesting thing is, going back to Hendrik Wadant, I didn't have quite enough money to get him, and in fact I showed the finances. Again, because it's a one-season challenge, I haven't worried too much about the transfer budget or the wage budget, which is why I'm knocking it out the park. We've got 85,564 per week wage budget, and I am spending 97,860. Yes, we have blown the bank, but the interesting thing was, as I say, when we went to buy him, I didn't have quite enough money to get him. And I interacted with the board, and as it is, we've got some money in the bank here. They actually put the money forward and we signed him. I was really, really impressed. I don't think that's ever happened to me before. Any time I've needed to go to the board, especially with Everton, to say, come on, give us an extra couple of quid, let's sign this fella, they normally say no. So I'm very, very pleased that we got him for that. So, moving swiftly on, as I mentioned before, RKC is our first game, and that is where... Oh, I should actually show you the tactics, shouldn't I? Playing a 4-1-4-1, as it's often called, or a 4-1-2-3. Like I said before, playing with the target man up front. I have got two sets of tactics. Possession and pressing, as seems to be my thing this year with FM20. It's worked quite nicely in all my other saves. So, again, versions of that here for FC Twente. Yeah. Nothing particularly exciting. Like I say, I'm playing the target man on support up front, but I'm playing two inside forwards, and I'm not overlapping the fullbacks with them as I normally would. So I've just got Zucchini on attack and Cantella Piedra on support, but one of the central midfielders is on attack as well. Again, this is a slightly different setup to what I normally play. I normally have like a defensive deep line playmaker, or even indeed a supportive one, and then usually it's an advanced playmaker and a box-to-box midfielder more often than not. But this time I've gone for this little arrangement. It does fit a little bit better with the players, but it's been doing all right in pre-season. In fact, I should probably show you pre-season. We did really well. Schalke 04 was a bit of a dip, but again, we played really well, to be honest with you. All things considered, because Schalke are a bigger team than us, I think, by some significant way. Yeah, I mean, they're a 4-star Bundesliga reputation team, whereas we are... In fact, let's have a look. What are we? Club info, there we go. We're a 3-star Dutch team, so yeah. To get a 2-2 against them was pretty spectacular. Beat Eindhoven, beat Go Ahead. Beat Beerschot VA, destroyed Golden Boot Academy, who, of course, one of our affiliates, and against Leon Duchère, beat them 1-0 as well. So, yeah, we've been pretty solid indeed. The Schalke one, as I say, is a nice result. I mean, Eindhoven are, okay, they're not as big as I thought they were. Oh, they're in the Koken Champion Division. Do you know what? I really thought they were in the title holders FC20 because we got a promoted last season. I really thought that they were a Premiership side or a Dutch Premiership side, but obviously not. So yeah, anyway, we're off to the first game against RKC. Okay, it is time for the first match of the season and the first versus match. It is FC20 away at RKC. In goal, we've got Irizos, back for Verdonk, Bayern, Bregerie and Troupé. Defensive midfielders Busquets. Central midfield, Espinoza and Abidjania. Left wing, Zucchini. Right wing, Cantalapiedra. Up front, it's Wadant. New signing, making his debut. Busquets making his debut. He's already here. He's on loans. Abjura, similar story. And of course, we brought in Bregerie, and he is today's captain. So without further ado, actually, there's a few here making their debut who obviously weren't with FC Twente last season. So anyway, we will see how we get on in our first game Looks like they've got quite a few people actually making their debut too, so I feel a little bit better now. That's good to know. All right, off to the dressing room. Dennis Van der Ree, encourage the players, give them a morale boost. All right, well, let's... Go out there and impress me. There we go. Let's... Quality finishing. Control the midfield. Well, he's... At least one of the players is motivated. That's fine. All right, kick off. Let's go. Yeah. FC Twente in the red, RKC in the all blue, and we will go full, whoops, not comprehensive highlights, we will go full match. Just for this start here, it is a throw-in for Twente. Trupe to take it. Bregerie. Espinosa and Busquets mucking around in midfield. Come on, boys. Oh, ball 4. No, he's not going to get to it. Nice ball forward. But it's a bit much expecting the player to run on for that. Goal kick for RKC. Puts it out for a throw-in. Fair enough. I think I might go positive. Just because. Throw-in for Verdonk. Espinosa. Looking to move forward here, but it seems to be a very slow sort of process for us. Bregerie puts a ball in. I'm going to have to get used to these names, you'll see. Abajania. Georgie Abajania. Throw in, Trupe. Oh dear, somebody got pushed over and there wasn't a foul. That's a bit naughty. Bregerie picking up the loose ball there. Bayern. Bregerie over the top. Wayne Dant. Cantella Piedra on the wing, looking to get a cross in, manages it. And he's far. Espinosa picks up the loose ball. Abjurania, he's trying for another cross in. He's in the box. Oh, and he shoots, but it is well wide. Pulled that one a little bit too close. You know, I'm going to go key highlights because we are doing all right. We are getting forward even if we're not necessarily getting too many shots in. Let's try getting creative. Come on, FC Twente. Let's do this. Well, Verdonk's... Oh no, they're doing alright. We've had 2 shots on now. What if I dare go attacking? 4 shots, none on target. Let's show some passion, come on. Let's have a look. Let's work the ball into the box, see if that helps us. Demand more? Well, it's half time and it's not been very exciting, has it? Because we've not seen many highlights, but they've had 2 shots, none on target, and we've had 6 shots with only 1 on target. So it's not great, is it, boys? I think we can do better than that. I don't want to say I'm far from pleased with what I just saw, because you're not playing terribly as such, but yeah, we'll do it that way. Zucchini, I am not happy with your performance so far today. Nor am I happy with your performance there, Mr. Cantella Piedra. Who else? Abujania, not happy with you either. Well, Verdonk, you could do better. And that's about it. Alright, well, let's fire them up. We'll see if that makes a difference. And we'll go into the second half. I want to go back and have a look, really. Just because. And I'm going to go back to positive. Delacroix with a free kick for RKC. Oh, it's a goal kick for us. I do wonder if I should go pressing. Problem is when none of your wingers, who are effectively your goal scorers in this particular tactical setup, are doing rubbish, it doesn't really bode well, does it? There we go. Zucchini on a run. Well, tried to get through, wasn't to be. I'm going to try the pressing just to see what happens. Throw in for Twente. Trupe to take it. Wayne Dant there trying to get the cross in, but it's now a throw in. I'm going to make some changes in a couple of minutes if nobody scores, or if nobody looks like scoring. Oh, look at that. Zucchini is keen to get that ball back, and he ran in there and took it off him. Tried to get a solo effort in, but it wasn't to be. The ball is still with FC Twente, or at least was. Elba's now on a counter-attack for RKC. Sporks lead. Sleddy, whatever. Well, I feel like I want to demand more, but you know what? Let's pause this and get into some substitutions. All right. Who's Ku can come on to the right? We've got Menig. Menig can go on to the right. Who else is struggling a wee bit? Well, Verdonk has not picked his game up, so we're going to bring on Matos. What else? Abujania. You're not playing well, are you, mate? We're going to have to bring in Brahma. Question is, does Brahma... He doesn't really want to be a Mazzala. And neither does Busquets, so... It's just going to have to be how it is. Are you happy on the right? Sorry. Yeah, you prefer to be on the right. Well, we'll see how you get on. It's not what you're used to, but beggars cannot be choosers. Verdonk with the throw-in. Bayern, Verdonk. Busquets. Zucchini. Zeknini. How do you say it? Zeknini. Zeknini. There you go. Wayne Dant with the free kick over the top. Oh, caught by the goalkeeper. I'm going to go back to key highlights. I feel like we should be doing better than what we are, to be honest with you, but that's fine. I could try attacking a bit wider and seeing what happens. Show some passion. Come on. There we go. Let's get a bit fired up. I mean, nobody's playing badly, but I just feel like it would be nice if we could score a goal. Well, it's 78 minutes, so I haven't got any more subs to make. I was thinking about taking Wayne Dant off, but he's played all right. Yeah, the pressing didn't do anything. Let's go back to the possession. Show some passion. Come on, we're running out of time. It's going to be a 0-0 start. This is not great. It's final. Full time. RKC 0, FC Twente 0, 0-0. Well, we weren't awful. We only managed 2 shots on target, though, which I'm not entirely happy about. In terms of... Well, again, the wingers didn't play fantastically. Wayne Dant was alright, but Menig was no improvement on who we took off, and Zucchini. He picked up his game very slightly, but not enough. So yeah, not good enough, boys. That's not a great start. We've got 1 point in our first game. And yeah, I'm going to aggressively say... Yeah, you don't deserve a rest. Matos looks stressed. I don't care. I don't care that you look stressed. Okay, let's come back for a final check. As you can see, we are in 10th after our 1 game with 1 point. Could be worse, I guess. FC Utrecht got off to a storming start. Looks like Ajax has done quite well too. So yeah, next thing to do, if you haven't done it already, please go check out That Trucking Football Manager and see how he got on, and also The Custard Profits, see how he did as well, which I'm going to do. And just see, I'm also curious to see if we indeed had the same first game of the season, which I don't think will happen because judging by what happened when they did the last versus save, they had different starting games. So interested to see how we get on. Like I say, we are only 1 game in. As previously mentioned, there's also the link to the rules video, just in case you're not sure how this works. It is a 1-season challenge. Please do go watch that video, and thank you very much for watching.